Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation on digital transformation for sustainable economy. Myself Shlok Nemani, I am a research fellow at MRC. I am with MRC for over around 2 years, and I have been completing my BTech and MTech from electrical engineering from IIT Bombay. Will be graduating very soon. So here, why are we even talking about all this? Why have I started talking about the blue economy, the sustainable economy? So here on the left hand side, one can see how the overall production of shrimp in India have been increasing in the past decade. So this all has been attributed to the introduction of venomous shrimp. On the second end, on the bottom right, bottom left, one can see on the global scale the shrimp production over the years. So there has been a monotonic increase over the years, but the idea is what is the share of aquaculture versus the capture fisheries in. So here we are not only talking of as per the shrimp, but the idea is in the past 3 to 4 years, we are seeing a very much interest of the parties as well as the government organizations toward the growth of fisheries and aquaculture in Indian Ocean region. So here, as a director of IFAR and CMFRI, Gopal Krishnan sir has mentioned that India has the potential of producing about 10 million metric tons of seaweed, and you will be like astonished by seeing the number which we are currently producing as per the last financial year, which is roughly about 35,000 metric. But on the better note, we are touching our all-time high exports of seafood worth 8 billion US dollars. And the frozen shrimp, why even I am very much interested in this particular species or the organism is like it remained to be the major contributor to the total export basket. We export our shrimps not only to China, but also to the West. And this our blue economy policy of 2020, it mentioned how India need to bind to global IUU regulations as well as the changing climate condition in IOR, as my colleague Akash has pointed out, that change in sea surface temperature can have a significant impact on change in the potential fishing. So India is pushing towards the mariculture, aquaculture, and the seaweed farming. In terms of economy and ecology, it looks all good, but what else? So it also supports the livelihood of many. About 30 million livelihoods are supported by the people employed in fisheries and aquaculture. Government is taking a step by has been introduced the flagship scheme of Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, and which aim to boost the growth of aquaculture and fisheries in the country. It also aimed to make this aquaculture industry highly rewarding because most of the farmers employed are the small scale farmers. So inclusivity of the aquaculture imparts the point that it needs to sustain their livelihood by generating larger income. So that requires a sustainable growth in terms of economical aspect for these people. So here we are trying to promote skill training and knowledge transfer at MRC along with technological interventions for the same. How UDA comes into the picture. So let's take the two phase of this multifaceted UDA framework. The one is the marine environment as a part of economy. So what we are trying to say that the anthropogenic activities, if taken up recklessly, what I mean here in terms of capture fisheries, a lot of bycatch is also captured while while fry fishing. In terms of aquaculture, a rampant increase in the land of aquaculture can generate conflicts with agriculture and salt plains, as well as mangrove destruction is one of the key problems, or the attributor of mangrove destruction is most of the time given to the rise of aquaculture. Second is the digital oceans, where we are saying the tech for good or the maintaining the inclusivity or equitability of the increasing aquaculture in the country. And what is the idea here is the sensors can see much more than what human eyes can do. There are a whole lot of hardware complexities involved regarding sensors, as my colleagues has pointed out that they can be acoustic, they can be vision sensors, and what all it helps us is to like aid to the 2C to understand and to share framework. So here let's begin with understanding the very basic of digital transformation. So under the digital transformation, I would like to bring the MSP umbrella. So this umbrella of MSP, it likes to bring the coordinated decision of the stakeholders like fisheries, aquaculture, energy, transport, as well as the conservation and recreation of the benthic ecosystem. So idea is you need to take the justified allocation of resources so that all the steps between these stakeholders are coordinated and no resource conflicts takes place. So what are its applications? So in short, I would like to say that the justified allocation would bring ecological, social, and economical harmony. In terms of harmony of ecological, it would mean a better term would be a ecological sustainability. While for the policymakers, this MSP can be a data-driven tool. So this is a data-driven tool for policy making. In terms of ROI or the return on investment, we are already moving under the government scheme of Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, which aims to reward the growth and growth of aquaculture. So idea here is, if I talk about the aquaculture growth, so are we really focusing on the productivity, or are we more concerned with the increasing area? So my colleague Shashank will point out next about what is area concerns regarding the aquaculture expansion. Finally, productivity as well as data